We all have that friend, that one person who becomes the center of attention the second they enter the room, and they run the show from there. Some of you right now might be thinking, but I don't know that person. Then you are that person. And there's nothing wrong with that. But consider, for once, those around you. The second bananas, the sidekicks. Do you know their story? Who better embodies these people quite like America's sidekicks? The vice presidents. You know, I know what you're thinking right now. Kyle, are you really going to do this? Are you going to give a heartfelt speech about vice presidents? You don't care about vice presidents, Kyle. Nobody cares about vice presidents. Well, I do. I care about vice presidents enough to voluntarily deal with the DMV to prove it. Boom. Visual aid. So today, I'm going to be making like Uncle Sam's second in command and saying that I want you to know that there have been 47 vice presidents, each with their own untold story. There are two unique varieties that American vice presidents come in, and they best embody the second banana spirit of our nation's second highest office. The expendable vice presidents and the flat-out crazy ones. Have you ever seen a memorial statue for Elbridge Gerry or James S. Sherman? Have you ever heard anyone mourn William R. King, Henry Wilson, or Thomas A. Hendricks? Has the sentence, "If only Garrett Hobart hadn't had that heart attack," ever been spoken by anyone in all of human history? Do people even know there's another George Clinton, besides the Funkadelic singer? All of these distinguished men have one thing in common. They died while in office. And nobody cares! This is perhaps the best illustration of just how subordinate these deputy presidents are. The job of Vice President of the United States has a fatality rate of 15%. That, statistically, makes it the most dangerous job in the world. Two vice presidents have understood that. They've come prepared. They're ready, and they're armed to the teeth. Remember that 15% fatality rate I was talking about? It turns out the vice presidency also has a 5% shot-a-dude rate. And that's thanks to the two men who refused to be sidekicks, who refused to fall into their president's shadow, and who used every ounce of crazy they had to achieve that goal. Every soul on this planet knows that Vice President Dick Cheney shot a 76-year-old man in the face in 2006. I won't spend too much time on that. What you may not know is that inside Cheney's office during his term were not one, not two, but 3 man-sized safes. Now, we can't be sure exactly why the safes were specifically described as man-sized, but consider the possibilities. Dick Cheney was not the first vice president to shoot someone, and had he theoretically killed 3 men and stuffed them into safes, he would not be the first vice president to kill someone either. That honor belongs to Aaron Burr. You see, it doesn't matter who you are if you write a negative article about Aaron Burr. Even if you're a top-flight, bona fide, genuine founding father, the kind of guy we'd eventually put on the $10 bill. What Alexander Hamilton saw as journalism, Aaron Burr saw as an affront to his honor. So, in 1804, the Vice President of the United States snuck off to New Jersey where dueling was legal, because then, as now, nobody apparently cares what the Vice President is doing, and took up pistols with an author of the Federalist Papers. Now, by 1804, dueling was fairly outdated, and by that time, most duels merely ended with both participants aiming to miss and walking away. Hamilton shot first, into the air far above Burr. Aaron Burr did not shoot the air. He shot Alexander Hamilton in the gut. Later, Burr would flee to Texas, lease 40,000 acres, and attempt to start his own country, with a plan to take over the United States with an army of farmers. By 1808, Aaron Burr would run away to Europe and change his last name to avoid treason charges and his debt. Today you've heard the names of 7 public servants who died in obscurity, and 2 who shot their way out of it. There have been 47 vice presidents, and 47 stories I can't possibly tell you all of. So I have a challenge for you today, dear viewer. Pick a vice president you haven't heard of, and, for their sake, find out what makes them interesting. New makeup.
Again.
Thanks.